How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with a little bit of mystery beers, courtesy of my boy Steven. This is the lone bottle he sent off that survived the trip with the cap obscured, so we get to go into this bottle, completely blind. It looks like a lighter beer from a distance. Okay, actually, I don't know, man. There's something about the yellowness in this beer that has me thinking it might be a little bit more kind of high ABV. What does that look like from a distance? Looks like an old school IPA. It looks like a Belgian triple. It kind of looks like a blonde barley wine, something along those lines. So yeah, bottle wise, kind of old school 12-ounce bottle, something like that. You start to think old world breweries. You know what I mean? Lagunitas, Sierra Nevada, even like North Coast, those kind of beers. So yeah. I mean, from a distance, I'm guessing IPA or Belgian leaning on this one. So, see if we got a nose. What is that? I think this might be an IPA, like an old school IPA. Because there's a hoppy component to it, but there's something I'm missing in it, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, I think it's like a old school kind of East Coast or even Midwest kind of IPA, but no, there's something, I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to be able to tell what the hell this is based off of the nose. I can tell already. It's got me confounded, man. It's a sweetness, and there's a hoppiness, but maybe it's an aged beer. Yeah, I don't know. It's got me wondering. Yeah, I have no idea. It's a beer. There you go. How's that for a mystery beer? Let's dive in. Cheers. Ooh. That is the sweetest beer I think I've ever had in my life. Good God. Wow. What is this? Oh. Whew, man. That is sweet. Good God. Oh. What is this? This has got to be like somebody's version, because there's a decent hoppiness with it, but I don't think it's an American strong ale. I don't think it is like a Heritage Dog kind of beer. I think it's just somebody's kind of trying to do their version of like an IPA, like a 120 IPA, because there's a big hoppiness to it. So it's kind of like pseudo American barley wine, but really, really sweet. It kind of reminds me of Devil Dancer from Founders, but that's not it, because Founders has that top label portion, and that is not present here. Yeah, this has got to be. I don't know. 15% alcohol, quadruple IPA, or an American barley wine. Something along those lines. With maybe a little bit of time on it, because those hops seem a little bit kind of drowned out, so it might have a little bit of age on it. But man, this is by far and away one of the sweetest beers I've ever had in my life. I mean, each sip I get a little bit more acclimated to it, but it's still balls to the wall. Crazy sweet. Good God. Yeah, a bit of ranky-danky, like, weed pulling hoppiness in there. Somebody's 15% American barley wine, pseudo quadruple hopped, high ABV, their version of 120 kind of beer. That's all I got. 15%. 15%. And it might have a little bit of time on it. I think it has just a little bit of time on it. So we'll see what this sucker has. What? Okay. I kind of thought it was going to be a Lagunitas beer, because that little bit of danky kind of backgroundy thing, because it definitely came off like weed. This is Waldo Special Ale. I don't know if I've ever reviewed this before. 11.7. Man, this is fucking sweet. Good God. And what do they consider this? It's just, they call it a special ale. And of course it's going to be Lagunitas, so it's going to have that weird Lagunitas Julian dating on here that I'm not going to be able to decipher, because they never can. Yeah, I can't even really read it. I think I might have a little bit of time on it. I thought this is way closer to 15% than it was 10%. I mean, it is just bursting at the seams with sweetness, and there's a nice hoppiness to it. I would put it past this beer having a little bit of age on it, but even at that 11%, I thought it was much, much bigger. I'm still okay with what I said because this has to be their version. Let's look it up, actually. Let's see what Waldo's ale is as far as... Oh, my fucking mouse, man. Fuck it. Anyway, I'm doing something else on my computer, and it's not working right now. Anyway, yeah, we'll just have to look it up afterwards, or you guys can, and figure out what's what. You know what? I'm not going to say I hate this beer, but this is a beer I would want to have, like, in the middle or end of a share. Just because I think that sweetness would be drowned out. I think it may show a little bit pretty, but I can see a lot of people really digging on this beer because it is just a really resinous hop kind of beer, but dominated by sweetness. So a lot of people dig on the sweetness nowadays when it comes to beers. This is way too sweet for me, but I imagine some people kind of dig it. And, it's fun enough, but good God, I'm not going to drink anymore. I don't think. Maybe I'll wait a little bit, see how it warms up, see how it changes, but it's so sweet, it's not even funny, man. Yeah. Toyingly sweet. Anyway, let's talk about it. It's one of the better special ales. It's one of the better beers I've had as of late. No. I mean, we could put it in 19 different categories. It still wasn't going to be there. It just has infinite amount of sweetness that doesn't belong. I just, can't get that down that much. It's like sweeter than like mead for me. That's how sweet it is. It's crazy. Value and availability, I see this. I can find this in 4-packs, and it's Lagunitas, so it's going to be relatively cheap. Actually, it might be a 6-pack beer. Maybe. Anyway, leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like super sweet, dank, resinous forward beers, you're going to like this. So there you go. A little mystery beer in the books. Thank you very much, Steven. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoyed a little mystery beer right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.